Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening to every teenager on this platform. Good evening to the Trustings team, to the Trustings teenager, and even to our guest that will be on this call. I want to officially welcome everybody to the first ever webinar of the Trustings. I'm very sure that this webinar is going to grant you knowledge to that you'll be able to apply in your everyday lives. So I want you to sit tight. If you can still invite your friends, kindly invite your friends. And more importantly, grab your writing materials and also participate during the section. We're going to be having it as a conversation and also as question and answer. So do well to raise your hands and also to ask your questions when you feel led and also to answer questions. We are all here to learn, and I'm very certain that you're going to live here with something tangible to live your everyday life with. So don't shy away from asking your questions. Always be ready to ask your questions and also be ready to contribute to this webinar. And a special thanks to our lead and also the visionary of Trust Things in person of um, Miss Dada Deborah. Everybody knows her as Big Debs. I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity that you have granted to every teenager to learn, and also for being a visionary, and also for having it as a touch in your heart to be able to help the next generation. God bless you, really good man. And thank you everybody for joining in. And I want you to be ready, get set, and guard up your loins. We are about to go on a journey, and please don't be left out in it. So thank you, and I wish us all a safe ride tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We can use the emoji of clapping just to clap for our community manager. Thank you so much, Mr. Dada Samuel. And once again, thank you to our Oga at the top, the visionary, Miss Dada Deborah. Thank you so much for giving teenagers the opportunity to learn and feel involved. Thank you so much for this great initiative. And quickly, we are going to invite one of our teenagers in person of Miss Yolua. Are you here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Good evening. All right. So this is Miss Yolua. She's going to be taking us through um I think it's I can hear some echo. Maybe you can mute your microphone for now. All right. Thank you. So Miss Yolo is one of our teenagers. She's going to be taking us through the company profile so that we can know why we are here. What is maybe this is your first time of hearing trustings, so that you can know what trusting is about, what we do here, and everything that we stand for. All right, so Miss Yolua, I'm going to share my screen now. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute while I share my screen. Um, okay. All right. So we are going to, I think it's coming on. So we are going to be sharing the screen so that we can know a bit more about trustings and what we do and what we actually represent. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
No,
No.
it's yet to come up.
All right. It's coming.
I can't see it, ma'am.
All right, I'm coming. Just
I can't see it, ma.
All right. How about
It's
now?
showing already, it's showing.
Mm-mm.
All right. Thank you.
Not
Okay.
at all.
It
I'm
means
not seeing.
you have you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to start with what Trustings is all about. Trustings community is a vibrant and proactive community dedicated to the empowerment and development of teenagers. Our community is fueled by a shared passion for nurturing the potential of young individuals and providing them with the tools, mentorship, and opportunities they need to thrive. Now I'm going to the mission of trustees. The mission of trustees is to foster a supportive and empowering community for teenagers, equipping them with the resources, guidance, and opportunities necessary to develop their full potential and become confident, responsible, engaged, and capable individuals prepared to positively impact their communities. The visions now. Trusting's community envisions a world where every teenager is empowered to embrace their uniqueness, pursue their passions, and contribute positively to their communities, creating a generation of resilient and compassionate leaders who inspire positive change. Our programs are Trustings Conference, Trustings Hangout, Trustings Podcast, Vocational School. The love journey. Defining love to the teenagers must be a priority while celebrating Valentine's Day. On February 14th, Trustees launched a remarkable Valentine's Day event titled The Love Journey, with the theme centered around self-love. The turnout exceeded expectations with over 400 enthusiastic teenagers joining us for this empowering experience. Each participant was greeted with a symbol of love as they entered, receiving a beautiful rose flower. Teenagers were then encouraged to speak affirmations of self love aloud at the raffle draw stand. Here, they selected a card bearing a positive confession, spoke it into existence, and were rewarded with a heartfelt gift. Then they made their way to the vibrant photo booth adorned with placards bearing words of self-love. The magic didn't end there. Instant photo prints ensured that these cherished memories could be taken home, serving as constant reminders of their journey towards self-love. My worth is not determined by others' opinion. The journey was not just about reflection and affirmation, it was also about fun and games. The participants engaged in a color game challenge, with winners receiving monetary prizes to further celebrate their achievements. The Love Journey was more than just a Valentine's Day event. It was a restatement to the transformative power of self-love, leaving a lasting impact on the hearts and minds of every teenager who embarked upon this empowering voyage. Trustings Conference. The Trustings Conference 2024 held on April 26 at the June 12 Cultural Center in Abeokuta, was a transformative event that brought together over 1,500 attendees, including teenagers, parents, teachers, and special guests. The conference began with inspiring keynote sessions by Deborah Dada, who emphasized the importance of family values and respect, and Enioluwa Adeoluwa, who shared the journey of overcoming academic challenges. One of the highlights of the event was the panel discussion on guiding the next generation. which provided valuable insights into overcoming challenges and embracing opportunities, led by moderator Craig Temitope and featuring Lara Dotun, Amzat, and Ifeoluwa as panelists. Exciting competitions, including nursery rhyme singing and spelling competitions, offered attendees the chance to showcase their talents and win cash prizes, scholarships, and laptops. Captivating performances best speaker by the beat speaker breakers dance. I'm sorry about that. Captivating performances by the beat breakers dance group and both Feromi's spoken word added to the vibrant atmosphere. The conference also featured informative sessions on mental health and fatherly love from partner organizations over Africa and the Steve Hertz Foundation. Overall, the Trustees Conference 2024 was a day of empowerment, education, and community, leaving a lasting impact on all who attended. Because everything happens for a reason, and you. The Children's Day Hangout. The Trustees Children's Day Hangout on May 27, 2024, at Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library was a day of adventure and empowerment for 12 teenagers. The event aimed to celebrate the Children's Day began with a screening of Imaginary Friend at the OOPL Cinema. Attendees enjoyed popcorn and drinks while bonding with peers. The hangout, followed by a guided tour of the zoological garden, provided an educational and interactive experience with wildlife, followed by a hike to the Mountain of Inspiration. Through different team building activities, participants strengthened bonds and resilience. Hygiene Awareness Exhibition. On September 26, 2024, Trustees launched its first program in Oyo State with the Hygiene Awareness Exhibition held at Mokola. The event themed Rise and Shine helped raise awareness about the significance of hygiene practices and provided over 200 teenagers with essential hygiene products and knowledge to support their well-being. The exhibition featured 4 interactive stands, each offering education and hands-on learning about different aspects of personal hygiene. At the Good Boot stand, teens learned the importance of proper bathing and received bathing soap and antiseptic disinfectant as souvenirs to encourage good hygiene at home. The Body Sense stand introduced participants to the basics of body scents, gifting perfume oil and customized face towels. The hand wash stand emphasized proper hand washing techniques, offer, offering hand sanitizers and towels as practical tools to take home. The mouth care stand focused on oral hygiene, providing toothbrushes and toothpaste to promote LDR routines. To make the experience even more memorable, Sorry. Each participant received a customized kit bag to store their hygiene products and enjoyed taking photos at the photo booth. Now I would like to introduce the team. The team. I'll start with the CEO and founder, Miss Dada Deborah, and the program manager, Shonde Ikoko Iyanoluwa, the community manager, Dada Samuel, and the communications manager, Akinhomi Uluwaduni. Can we please react? Let's clap for them. Thank you very much. You can contact us on Facebook, Trustings, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Trustings. Our WhatsApp number is +234 81 600 645. Email address is conference@trustings.com. The address of the company is 185 Olabisi Onobanjo Iyano Mortuary, Abeokuta, Ogun State. And you can look them up on www.trustings.com. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Imisi. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you so much for that beautiful presentation. I'm sure even people that don't really know about trustings before, now we are able to understand what trusting is about and what we do here at Trustings community. Thank you so much, Imisi. And before we go to our guest speaker for today, we would like to show this very short video. This video is going to prepare our mind towards what we are going to be listening to from our speaker. And I hope that we enjoy this short video. Just a minute. So I'm going to share now. Okay. Oh, I was told that there's no voice, like there's no sound. I was so sorry about that. Yeah, I think technical issues we can't overcome such sometimes. So please just bear with us. Um, but then while we try to fix this, it is my pleasure to invite our guest speaker, Miss Ogunyinka Feyintola. Please, are you here?
I think
Miss
so.
Ogunyinka. Oh, okay.
I'm not
Please
sure.
let
Am I
us
here?
welcome,
I think
let us
so.
welcome our beautiful guest speaker. Let us welcome her. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. We're really glad and we are grateful. And we're looking forward to what we are going to learn, understanding the fact that we are not going to remain the same. And after this webinar, we are going to get something amazing to take home. So once again, welcome, Ms. Ogunyinka Feyintola. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak to our teenagers. You can have the floor. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Sorry, please, can you mute your unmute your mics a bit? See for
Good
thanks.
evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, ma'am.
Um, how are we all doing today?
Fine, ma'am.
Forgive my lighting. NEPA is doing the most at the moment. I just want to ask for a favor. I don't know if you can like show your faces so I know who I'm talking to. See our beautiful and handsome faces, if you don't mind. Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you, Mofi Folua. Thank you, Grace. After saying thank you, you now close the camera. I want to see your face. Me too, I'll close my camera. Let's turn it to radio session. Why are you hiding your fine face? More people. I'm still waiting. Even the person that read our, what's it called now? Organization. I'm not seeing her face. Only a fine voice that I heard. Let's see your faces, please. So I want it to be as interactive as possible. It's not going to be me talking on everybody and just talking. So it's like an interactive thing. We're all going to be talking at some point. I might seem harsh at some point. Sorry, forgive me in advance because everybody has to hear word. Me too. I'll be talking to myself at a point in time. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. So first of all, I'd like to thank the community manager and the founder of this great organization for the privilege and the opportunity to be able to talk to teenagers after such a long time. And as the beautiful person was reading the milestones of the organization, what the organization is all about, I was wowed, to be honest, because 2017, 2018, when someone, I won't mention anybody's name, and I were always sharing a pot of poundo and egusi soup. Just quickly eat that, rush to class, come back, just about life and what is going on. We just basically saw ourselves pushing through life, and it's really beautiful to see. The growth over the years is really beautiful to see. So I would say well done to the founder, the community member, everyone on the team. Well done. It's quite obvious that you've been putting in the work and you've been doing a great job. Okay. So if you don't mind, can somebody just remind us of the topic? Don't even try to go back to your group chat to check. Don't try it. Because I can see your faces. So what we're here to talk about, what this meeting is for. Are we just here because we don't have job? We're just here to look at each other's faces and we go back home. Can someone volunteer? You can feel free to mute your mics. Sorry, unmute. Why do I keep saying mute? So unmute your mic at any time. Can someone just remind us of why we are here, why we are on Google Meet?
I think we have body job piece.
Come again?
Body job piece.
Sorry?
We have hands raised. Body job
Oh,
piece.
sorry. I'm a bush girl. Please, who will be my DJ in this meeting to help me so that when someone probably raises hands or wants to comment, I would easily know.
Yeah, I'm here for you. So body job piece, you can unmute your microphone.
Okay, ma.
Oh my God, your voice is cute.
Talk about a topic called turning failure into strength for success.
Okay.
This
Turning what? Failures into strength for success. I'll be calling names. I already told you, it's not going to be me talking over you. Success is this, failure is this. Everybody's going to be talking. So if you don't talk fast or my DJ does not call me, I'm not shy. I will call your name. Daniel, Ofifolua, Peace. Anike, I will call anybody's name. And you must not run away. If you run away, you pay a fine. Everybody shiny teeth now. If you run away, you are going to pay a fine. That's fine. Sorry, my DJ, what's your name, ma? Is it Anchor now? Sorry.
Are you myself?
Yes,
yourself.
Okay,
my name is Shonde Ikoko Yanoloa. I am the facilitator and the host.
Nice. Is your picture. That's your fine picture. Your picture that's here. Okay, so
Thank
it's
you.
fine if I call you Iyanu, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, sure, sure.
Okay. So I would, like I said, it's going to be an interactive one, and the topic the community managers asked us to talk about today would be what's the name? Turning failures into strength for success. I would like to remodel it and say challenging failures into strengths for success is still the same thing. It's just the way I like to look at it. So I would really ask us, what is failure, Gobgo? That thing that is called failure, that sometimes we dread. Hey, I don't want to fail. I'm tired. I'm scared of failing. What exactly is failure?
Okay, so we have Ernst Abdul Hawawu. You can unmute your microphone. Hawawu, you can unmute your microphone. Oh, if Hawawu is not ready, body job piece. Yeah. Body job piece. You can unmute your microphone.
Okay, ma'am. As per my own view, failure can be defined as when you are not able to achieve your aims, your dreams. When you don't have any, when you have this, you wanted to win, but you're unable to. The act of not able to achieve one dream is called failure.
Okay.
All right.
Daniel, what do you think failure is? Daniel, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah.
You said,
What do you think failure is?
okay. According to me now, failure is simply inability to achieve a certain goal that you have previously set for yourself.
Mm. So what then is success?
Yes, success is simply achieving the goal and certain principles that you have set for yourself, and it leads to happiness.
It leads to happiness. So are you saying that if I fail, I don't have the right to be happy?
No, no, no. If you feel not like don't have the right to be happy, but a natural, normal person, it's is not going to be happy until he's able to console himself and go for success.
Also, basically, no, I'm not trying to counter
Yeah,
you. I'm just
basically,
trying to.
if I fail, I won't be happy. That's what I just meant.
So if you fail, you'll not be happy. Why won't you be happy?
Yes, I won't be happy because I know that once I set a goal, I should be able to achieve it, and when I don't achieve it, it means that I didn't do well enough.
Okay, so how would you feel if you fail and then in your own terms, everyone around you succeeds?
In my own terms, everyone around me succeeds and I fail. It's going to be very tough for me, but of course, I have to console myself. Life goes on, but still, I will be very sad, and I will actually try to learn from those who succeeded, so I can succeed at my next goal.
Hmm. Wow. If community manager, sir, I don't know why I invited because your teams are hot. He has basically answered my questions already. So I asked ChatGPT, the very famous ChatGPT, a question and said, "What is really failure?" And ChatGPT responded and said, "Failure is the act of not meeting an intended objective or standard." So I would ask you us again, who truly sets those standards?
Me?
Anyone is fine.
Okay, let me go.
You've
Let me go.
answered the question. If you're happy to answer, that's fine. But if not, you've actually tried today.
All right, I
Who
can
truly
answer.
sets those standards?
Yes, there are many factors that can set the standard. Actually, you can have the previous people who have done it before.
Mm-hmm.
who have gone through that place. Then your parents
Hmm.
have what they want you to achieve. Also, then the community itself, depending
Community
on
of
the community that, okay, like, okay, in the educational sector now, your community have certain standards for you yourself, especially when you are a popular kid or something like that. Then you have pressure from the community, you have pressure from your parents, you
hmm,
have pressure from, yes, you can pass in the standard of the community and still fail in the standard of your parents. That's very common, I believe, for most Nigerians.
okay.
Yes, so those kind of things, there are different levels of standards, but
Hmm,
you can have the community by the school itself, or by the institution, or by the test itself. The test itself can have its own standard.
hmm,
Then then yourself too, personally, yourself. Most times I feel like the highest standard to beat is your own standard.
hmm. Okay, so
Yes.
basically, you mentioned three different types of standards. You mentioned standards from friends, you mentioned standards from parents, and you've mentioned standard from community. Yeah,
And
from the
yourself, and
community.
yourself.
Oh, and yourself as well.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
no
You
problem.
know that
Yeah.
an interesting thing, like I said, is going to be interactive. I'm not here to do guest speaker. It's a round table. In my head, it's a round table discussion. You know that most times we place the standards other people give. Can you hear me clearly? Sorry, I feel like I can get an echo. As much as I would want us to like close our videos and so that the network will be better, I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself. So you showing me your face is actually helping me. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am. It's not actually cracking in my side.
Oh, okay. Can every other person hear me clearly? You can unmute your mic.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. You can mute it back. Thank you. Okay, so you know that, like you've said, you've mentioned four examples of standards: yourself, community, your peers, and your parents. You know that most times, if not 100% of the time, we go by the standards of what our peers or what or the ones that our parents have set more than the standards or the goals that we set for ourselves.
Yeah,
Why?
most times.
It's normal. It's validation. We always want to feel a sense of belongingness. Oh, I'm there. I'm part of something. There's a way your head will swell when you hear "well done" from your parents, rather than you telling yourself "well done." Or when your best friend says, guy, you too much. And now you the hot right now. Obviously, your head will swell more than, let's be truthful to ourselves, even the affirmation you write sometimes and you paste on your wall. Am I right? Can get like reactions like, is this, I just want to be sure that I'm not speaking gibberish. Thank you for the thumbs up, Grace. So I would say that success is truly achieving goals that we have set, emphasis on we have set for ourselves, and the feeling of satisfaction that comes from the accomplishment attained. So success is not really a thing of oh, my mommy has told me well done this month, whereas you feel like you could have done better. Or you know that it could even be the flip side of the story. You know that you did all your best, but there's some things that you could have done better. And then obviously African parents, they always want the best for us, bless them. They're like, oh, you did this, you did that, you didn't focus on your academics this semester, you didn't do this, you did, and then you go to your room, you are crying, and you know that you put in all your best, although there are some things that you could have done better. So before I start anything, I'll just like to remind us that it really doesn't matter what anybody says. Anyone can say anything I'm not saying before I continue. I'm not saying when your baby says A is good for you. That's say no, it does not matter what you say. You're your own. No, I'm not even paying your school fees. That's not what I'm saying. Obviously, they've gone ahead of us and they know better. But now I want us to put our own goals ahead of what the society has set. Because last, like I'm not going to be speaking for ne. This we are all here together. Last, it is your life, it is your journey. You cannot compare yourself to another person. So somebody might have, say, in school, somebody might have gotten first position, or she's always getting first position every time, and then you are there struggling with A plus B is equal to D that your math teacher told you. It doesn't mean that you are not good enough. It doesn't mean that throughout your lifetime you'll be stuck in that point. It is just a season. I can tell you because there are some things that have happened. Permit me to share experience. There are some things that have happened to me personally. I'm like, no, this is the highest thing that can happen to a human being in this life. There's no turning point from this point. And then you pass through that hurdle, and then something else just comes up, and you're like, something else that was even higher than the one you passed through before. You're like, God, I don't want to be your strongest soldier this year again. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Like, just leave me. Let me be a baby girl. Let me be a baby boy. So before I continue or say anything in quotes, I just want to remind you that it's a wake-up call to everybody, including myself, that your life's journey is different. Somebody might be going from Pansheke to Omida, and then you decide to pass Obantoko. As what's it called? As confusing as that journey might be, that might be that person's life's journey. And then you that you're just taking bike from Pansheke to Omida, you just say, I got there first. And then the person that had to go through Obantoko is feeling like, I'm a failure, I failed in life. There's nothing that can come out of it. Please, why did we put off our cameras? Hope there's no secret meeting going on somewhere. Say, put off your camera. Community manager, sir, are we happy? Are you happy for them to put on their cameras?
They can put on their cameras.
Thank you very much, sir. Because, sorry, it's just a way of me feeling like I'm not talking to myself. And I'm not just, because I'm just looking at myself. It's like I'm talking to you. I need reactions as disturbing as that may be to you. I'm really sorry about that. So I want to talk about, very quickly, the power of vision. The greatest book in the world talks about vision in a very interesting way. And it says, as far as your eyes can see. So even in that condition, that situation that you are in now, what are you looking at for yourself? Are you looking at the fact that my WAEC results out? I don't even have 1A, and there's somebody, Risikat in my class, she cleared all her papers. Or you're looking at the fact that, okay, excuse me, where I add the A, I now channel that A, the subjects that come to me easier than others. Can I channel that into something that will create a greater good for my life in the future? Or you are dwelling on the fact that Bisola beside me is better at mathematics than I am, and I'm not good in maths. This is not to say that because you now have the power of vision and you're thinking of the future. I remember I asked Dada Samuel when we got admission to FUNAB, and I was like, well, I think we're in 200 or 300 level at the time. And I was like, so what's not the point of the WAEC that we wrote, the DY, DX, everything, because we're not even using it now. And he made a statement to me that I will not forget. He said it was important to pass WAEC, because if you did not pass WAEC, you will not even be in school, you will even be in 200 level at the time. So I'm not saying that because you're not good in something, or you're not good in maths, let's use maths as an example now, you're not good in something, and I'm saying, oh, don't dwell on the fact that you're not good in it. You not say, sister Deborah, sister Dada Deborah said, don't worry, channeling your failures for success. Don't worry, I need oh my god, I just need to drop the mass and not focus on it at all. We'll get there in a minute. But I just want to establish something in our minds, that we shouldn't dwell on the things that are seemingly not good, or the standards that others have set. In a nutshell, don't compare yourself to other people, because your journey in life is different. And you will look back, you will thank yourself 10 years, 5, 10, 20 years from now if you don't give up. Because one bad thing about failure is it tends to affect our feelings such that, and one bad thing about the spirit of comparison is the fact that it tends to dampen our spirits, so that we don't believe in ourselves anymore. We don't think we are good enough for anybody. Probably we came from a family where, in quotes, there's no love, and then there's somebody else in your school, among your clique of friends, that their parents celebrate their anniversary by flying to different countries, and you're feeling like, what kind of life am I living safe? Which kind of family did I come into? It now depends on you to either turn that situation of your life into a lesson for others or a lesson for yourself. Because whether or not you give up now, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years to come, whatever decision you make now, it would be obvious. Whatever decision you make for yourself now would be obvious. So you can decide, oh, this setback, in quotes, that I might have, am I pointing it in the direction where I can learn from it? Learn from it, sit down. There's someone that would say, someone that is very close to me, that would say, Kadasile Katusha. Pour it on the floor, pick it again one by one. Learn from your mistakes, because nobody is perfect. Nobody has it all figured out. It might seem to you like, this person is speaking to me, this person is doing this person is doing. Don't be surprised if anything I say here is a wake-up call to myself as well. So it's left for you to channel what might seem like a challenge or setback. Learn from your mistake and do better next time. Or just sit in a spot and feel like, nah, I'm not good in this area. It's fine. And keep crying. It's okay to cry. I'm not saying it's not okay to cry. But what happens after you've cried is more important than the act of crying itself. What happens after that seemingly episode of, I'm disappointed in myself, other people are disappointed in me? Did you take all the lessons of that episode and then channel it so you can do better? What happens when you are using what's it called now, to strike a stone, and then the stone doesn't hit the first time? The second time, are you just going to give up? Oh no, I tried the first time, it won't work. Or you pick yourself up again and say, I can try again, but this time I'm trying again with experience from the failure of the last time. Like I said, failure in quotes, because I don't see anything that happens to me in life as, I don't see, my committee just reminded me of my time, and I've not even started talking. Okay. I don't see anything that happens to me in life as a failure, or in quotes, as me failing. I just see it as a challenge to do better. Let me give an example. I work as a nurse, actually. And then, ever since I started my job, I was always scared of any error at work. No, error care. I don't want to make any mistake so that I don't beat myself down for it. Like, it was just a great fear in my heart. I don't want to make any mistake. I don't want to make any mistake. And the first time I made a medication error, believe you me, I cried the whole day. Like, I literally couldn't do anything that day. It's like, oh my, how would I make this kind of mistake? And then I remember the normal protocol is in healthcare. When you make a mistake like that, obviously you've risked someone's life or someone's health. So you have to probably escalate it to a senior member of your hospital for them to know what to do and all of that. So the next day, I was at work. I couldn't even concentrate. And then I just saw the senior members walking up and down, and I was dying of guilt. I was dying of guilt, like, what's going to happen? Are they going to tell me not to come to work again? So I approached one of them. I told them I would like to have a meeting with them as soon as they're free. And I told them what happened. And they were like, oh, it's fine. We make mistakes ourselves too. And I was like, so this is something that I didn't eat. I was crying all day. I couldn't do anything for 2 whole days. Even at work, I couldn't concentrate. And someone was like, oh, no, it's fine. You are good. And then the next time I made a mistake at work, I was just laughing. Not because I didn't care, but because I had the mentality of, I'm not the only one that makes mistakes in life. Nobody is perfect as well. Do you understand? I'm not the only one that makes mistakes. Nobody is perfect. It's fine. The only challenge I will give myself is to learn from my mistake and ensure that I don't repeat the same thing the next time. So I'll just point out some things that I wrote down here because running out of time. You're your own competition. There's nobody competing with you. You see, you're walking on the road, you're saying, everybody's looking at me, everybody's thinking of me. Trust me. Sorry, is there any person that is no Yoruba? You're hero. Everybody's thinking of their own life. How they want to be better in life. And you're there thinking, everybody's looking at me, everybody's thinking, this girl, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Nobody has your time. Even if they do, it's their business. Let them say whatever they want to say. It's left for you to decide in your mind that whatever situation you are now, you're not looking at that situation. You are looking from the situation into the future. You're not letting your situation limit you. No matter what happens, you deserve to be happy. You deserve happiness. You might be someone that you feel like, oh, you don't have any talents. You might be in a family where you're not even happy at all. You're like, what kind of family is this? Probably your financial situation. All I will say to you is, don't give up. I'll share a very important example. Miss Deborah Dada, I'm really sorry, is a summary of your story. Please permit me to share it. I remember in 2017, she had community manager, sir. You might have to give me 5 more minutes. I'm sorry. She had an accident that almost cost her, is it the left leg or the right leg now? And she was in and out of the hospital for months, treating the leg. At the point, I think the leg had an infection or something from the accident and the treatment. Imagine if she had given up. because the accident was not her fault. She wasn't driving. It was not like, oh, a reckless driving or anything. It was just an unfortunate incident. And then she just gives up like, no, whatever, this is the beginning and the end of my life. Do you think trustings would have been found there today, years after? So don't look at the situation you are in right now. Like I said, look from the situation into the future. Because at any time, that situation can change. Life is, naturally, life is not fair. Let's accept it. Life is wicked. Life is not fair. So whatever you are doing, you have to do with boldness, not, hey, I'm the victim. I'm the only one that life is happening to. This one, this is the end of it all. It is not the end. I can tell you today the story from years back because she didn't give up. What if something had happened? She's like, oh, I'm not doing anything again. This is the end of my life. Obviously, it won't be an inspiration to every other person or for the next generation. So, like I said, another point, as I was saying rather, another point I'd like to give is, if you don't stand firm, nobody will stand with you. Stand with your convictions. You don't have to run your race with anybody's time. Like, your life is different. Your situation is different. What was fashioned for you and your life from your creator is different from what was fashioned. Even twins, Taya and Kehinde, they came from the same womb, almost at the same time, but they don't have the same destiny. So I say, don't compare yourself to another person, because you don't know what they are going through as well. You don't know the hurdles that they've had to cross. What is the vision for your own life? Where do you see yourself in the next 5, 10, 20 years? How are you willing to achieve those set goals for yourself? Fine, there's a setback somewhere. Are you just going to stay in a place and moan about it for the rest of your life? Or channel that strength you derived from that challenge you faced for the next phase of your life? Channel that strength to inspire other people. People that are coming years behind you, and you say, don't worry. You even give them tips on how to handle something you've handled. For example, now, probably you are traveling in a car, and then Google Map tells you go straight, and then for some reason you miss your road, and Google Map is trying to reroute you. Will you just stay there and be crying, hey God, I beg, oh God, where will I leave this place? You have another route to go through. Just go there, so that next time you are coming through that road, you know that this is the mistake I made the last time. This is the mistake I made the last time. I shouldn't make that mistake again. So like I said, life, you have to hold life by the horn and make for yourself what you want yourself to be. Like, create your own future. How do you create your own future? You know where you want to be. You know where you want to see yourself in the next 5, 10 years. What are you doing towards it? Are you focusing on the fact that you are not where you want to be now, or you are learning the lessons you need to learn? Because in the journey of life, speed doesn't matter as much as direction does. You can be going fast in the wrong direction, which is not helpful anyways. But if you're in the right direction, you know where you want to be by so and so time, and you're going gradually. You're not wallowing in the fact that, hey, I have all this opposition against me. You surely get to where you want to be. I think my time is up now. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for our speaker. That was amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for that beautiful presentation. Thank you so much. I'm sure our teenagers have been able to grab something and learn something, and I'm sure we have questions. Yeah, I can see hands raised, so but we are not going to be doing the hand raising. Please use the chat box. If you have any question, kindly type your questions in the chat box. Kindly type your questions in the chat box. So we're going to pick randomly questions to be answered by our speaker. And while we do the typing in the chat box, there's this video that we wanted to play the other time that didn't come up. That the audio was very bad. So we are going to like take that video again. Then after this, we'll call on our founder, our CEO. She's here, and she'd like to say one or two things to us, and then we'll take the questions and we answer all these questions. Thank you so much, Feyintola. That was really impactful and inspiring, and we are sure that our teenagers have been able to learn. All right, so enjoy the video. Okay, so let me know if you can see my screen now. It's coming up. There. Yeah. Please let's get your question in the chat box. I'm not seeing any question yet. Kindly type your questions in the chat box. Let's have your questions. All right. So while we're still struggling with the network, I would like to use this opportunity to invite CEO, the founder of Trustings Community, in person of Miss Deborah Dada, to give us a very short speech before we move on. A round of applause for Miss Deborah Dada.
Thank
Melka.
you. Thank you so much, guys. Sorry, I forgot to put on my phone. Yeah, I think this. That's too much. Sorry. A moment, please. All right. Hi guys. Good evening. I hope that we are good. I think we had a very amazing session, and I want to say thank you to Feyintola. And before I will say what I want to say, there's a question that says, okay, what if one now fails? We have been able to talk about like, having a vision, understanding your vision, and all of that. But what if you get to a point where you have actually failed? What then happens? What do you do? So, Feyintola, I don't know if you have some time. If you can just share stuff on that. What happens when the deed has been done?
The deed has been done, like the person has failed, yeah? Abi, is that the question? I can't hear you, ma. I can't hear you.
Oh,
at all.
sorry. I'm thinking like,
Debs, we can.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the deed has been done. The person has already failed. What happens? What's the comeback from that? Is a question from one of the teenagers.
Okay. I'll just talk from like personal experience. When I failed, what did I do? I cried. I allowed the tears to come out. So if you are the crying type, I'm sorry, I don't know who asked the question. If you are the crying type, cry. If you are the you are the sleeping type after a major setback, sleep. Do healthy things, please. Healthy things. Don't go and jump in front of trailer. You're not the first person that fail. You're not the last. Everybody has one challenge or the other. So what I did was I looked for healthy things. I allowed the emotions to come out. Yeah. And I went back to my drawing board. What exactly happened? There are some things here. There are some things that are way out of our control. You just have to accept it and let it be. But there are some things that are still within our control. For example, someone fails a subject in school. You know that you are not so good in that subject. For example, maths was not really my strong point, but I knew I had to pass it to my. If not, there's no go anywhere, there's no go area for me. I'm gonna be at home for a very long time. And I knew that I had to pass it. So what did I do? Move with people that liked maths, that saw maths as an easy thing that comes easily to them. They eat maths like they're eating beans. Move closer to them, break it down. And one thing is, understand yourself. If it's about academics, I'm talking in regards to academics now. Understand yourself, understand how you learn. If you are with somebody that has a photographic memory, that has computer brain, once she sees, bam, Teniola, in 10 years to come, she still remembers the Teniola, and you're the one that has to process it. Teniola is equal to Teniola. Before you now say, what did I read that time? Oh, it's Teniola. Understand yourself. That's why I say, don't run your race like every other person. I had someone in nursing school then. Her name is Eunice. Eunice will spend hours and hours and hours in the library, and I'll be like, me, I'm not even reading. And you see that I'm not serious in my life. And I called her one day that you're even making me feel like I'm not reading. No, I said, because I know myself, because it takes time to process all these things. So go back to your drawing board. What do you think you should have done differently? Learn from the mistake and just head on, crack on, try again. This life is not that hard. We are the ones that are taking it. Try again. You don't get it the first time, you do it again. Nobody will kill you. They're not picking first or late come out because so that's what I have to say. I hope I answered the question.
Oh yeah, yes you did. Thank you. I think that's quite insightful. The fact that you actually have to try, you have to do it again. And I think that was one of the things I wanted to talk about when I said, oh yeah, let me say something. And as teenagers, you feel like life is just starting, but there's no problem that is peculiar to you. Everybody is seeing the shege at it depends on your age and your size. You will see the shege. It's just how life works. There's going to be problem, and you just need to be able to have a tough skin to fight this problem. And finally, I wanted to mention that if you are in a class, and if all of us in this hall or in this call, if we all write a test, and the teacher comes to you and say, oh, you scored 5/10 in this test, and they tell you, you were the highest in the class, I'm sure you'll be happy, because you know that 5/10 is not a great score, but because you were the best in the class, you are most likely happy, right? Can anybody agree with me? All right. If we write the same test again, they come and meet you that you scored 8/10 in this test, but you were the lowest. Every other person had 9 and 10/10. How would you feel? You feel sad. It just means that generally as human beings, we do not care what we score. We care more about what other people scored, if it makes sense. We care more about the competition that is outside. We care if we are doing better than the next person beside us. We care if, as long as I'm not the last in the class, I'm fine. Even though you are scoring 2/10, as long as that's what the highest person scored, you're fine. And it means that we are not living our lives the way that we should. You are your own competition, not another person beside you. So whether you score 2/10, whether you are the first in the class or you are the last in the class, the goal is to have a 10/10, meaning that you are your own competition. So I think that every time from today, always remind yourself that I'm in this war. I am competing with myself. And if I do something yesterday, I must do better than what I did yesterday today. And I think that that's a very good recipe for fighting failure. And yeah, I'll pass this back to Yanu. I just want to say thank you so much for everything, for the engagement on the group when we call you, for this session, for coming out. We'll try to make this monthly and have people talk to us every month, God willing, and see how this will grow. But I want to say thank you. And again, I want you to anticipate Trustings Conference next year by God's grace. All right, guys. Cheers and out of here.
Thank you so much, Debs. Yes, let's keep clapping. Thank you, Debs. Thank you so much. And right now we are going to be doing something. We're going to be dancing, and yeah, you can put on your video. Let's dance. Let's listen to this song while we dance. Yeah, enjoy it. It is Try Everything by Shakira. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for gracing this occasion. I don't know if Esther is there. Hi, Esther, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So,
Hmm?
you have the floor.
Thanks to Trustings, our participants, facilitator, and our speaker for making today's program a success. I personally appreciate everyone's energy, insight, and dedication you brought towards today's program. Everyone's participation and cooperation made it a successful and unforgettable one indeed. And to the speaker once again, I say a very big thank you for sharing valuable insights and giving us the unforgettable experience. And lastly, I say thank you to everyone for making today's program a success.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Really appreciate. We hope that you have gained something. Please follow us on our social media pages. You can rewatch this webinar at your spare time. It will be posted on all platforms. Make sure you like, you comment, you share with your friends that are unable to come. Make sure everyone gets to see this webinar, and you're not selfish about this, and you're able to share all your experiences. Thank you so much for coming. Have an amazing evening and enjoy the rest of your